is Trinidad and Tobago's son, New York City's nephew, Carter Young.
Yo, and I am in my key, and one day I hope to have the keys to your heart. Welcome to another episode of Banter
Banter
and
and Bullshit. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
Bullshit.
go. Today we got something special. We got something real special, man. First and
Absolutely,
foremost,
absolutely.
we got a returning guest, man. Mr. E-Lux, the man himself, the man, the myth, the wonder, the great one himself. Thank you, Mr. Lux, for stepping back in and doing another one for us. But
Yeah.
yo, man, thank you, bro, for real. I really want to say it, but let's introduce somebody, man. Let me run down some accolades of this brother. Okay, first and foremost, he is a father. He's a U.S. Air Force combat veteran, security forces. All right, he is a former hip hop artist known as Knowledge of a Versatile Entertainer, aka KOVE, KOVE, Mr. Vice President of the national nonprofit Inside and Out Project, the CEO of the JC Network, owner of JC Prime Realty, board advisor of the Peer Group, and also one wonderful private chef. This guy has so many different hats. The one, the only, John Covington. Get that man in here. Let's go.
Give
I'm
it
on it,
up.
brother. I'm
Give
on
it
it, brother.
up. Give it
I'm
up.
on it. I'm on it.
Wow.
Thank y'all. I'm on it.
Hell
Oh,
of an
man,
introduction.
fellas.
Thank you for the
Hell of
introduction.
accolades, man. Wow.
I'm telling
Oh,
you.
man, welcome.
I couldn't have did that myself. I'll be honest.
It would have been a little braggadocious if you did, sir.
Right.
Just
Yeah,
a
humble,
smidge.
humble for the rumble, baby. Humble for the rumble. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I just like right out the gate, man. Thank both of you brothers for stopping by, for giving us some of your time. Um, really quick before we jump anywhere into anything. All right, I would like you to know I appreciate you guys, the both of you. But I have a question for you first, Cov. I really want to know, right?
Out the gate.
Out the gate, I'm a type of guy.
Well, let me say thank you for having me, sir.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
Like,
yes.
Gentlemen,
this man can come
thank you
take over the scope.
thank you for having me.
You want something to drink, bro? Welcome to
No,
the show,
no,
man.
no, I'm here. JC knew what it took to get me here.
Yeah, it took a lot. It took a lot. But listen, man,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a great show today. I want both of you guys to give your honest opinion about something. And my key, if you would be as kind to roll that beautiful bean footage, I would appreciate you, sir. I want you boys to be honest. I want to know what you guys think about all of this because it's an interesting thing.
Can y'all hear anything?
No, we don't hear anything, sir.
Here I see.
Production guys are they're sleeping.
You know, see.
Yeah, I don't know what the production guys are doing on the boards, but somebody's gonna lose their job. All right, somebody's gonna lose their
Oh
job.
man, yeah, we working on it. We working on it.
Yeah, Brandon and Paul better figure out what they're doing.
We got some technical issues, but give us a minute to work it out. In the meantime, Cov, can you tell us a little bit more about your nonprofit, Inside Out?
Yes, I can. I'll start with the origin. So, yes, I am the vice president. Shout out to my president, Ms. Dale Wright. She started the Inside and Out project with an idea to help first-time offenders after watching When They See Us. You know, the Central Park Five.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This was prior to COVID, so this is pre-COVID. And we were, it was about 8 or 9 of us. We was all over the place. The initial origins to start it was to help first-time nonviolent offenders with resources. And we did get a chance to help a few people, but then COVID hit. And when COVID hit, we lost a lot of members. Everybody knows the impact that COVID had throughout the world. So we lost a lot of members. But we foreseen COVID ending, and we reshifted and reshaped our focus to the youth. Only 3 of us lasted. It was about 9 or 10 to start, and only 3 of us stayed. And we directed our attention toward the youth. particularly in life skills. So we'll go anywhere from something as small as self-expression, but even though that's not small, self-expression is a big thing because uh, one of the biggest issues with children is being able to express themselves without coming off as disrespectful, like parents say, right? So we will go self-expression, we will go self-esteem, mental toughness, and then we'll go deep. We'll go suicide awareness, like we'll go that far. And also what we started to incorporate was other things like STEM. And if you're in the arts, like movies or poem, if you do write poetry, financial literacy. We incorporated things into the nonprofit that we don't get taught every day. I think you guys all can agree that at one point in time, you were young and you went to school, you got out of school, nothing you learned in school you use to this day.
At all. At all.
So
Back off. That was it.
right, and particularly in our community, we saw a lack of resources and opportunities. So we'll come to your community, and we'll go get the people with the resources and the opportunities, and bring them to the children. Because I don't know how you guys see it, but for me, if I look at young black men, young black women growing up, it's either sports or it's nursing, and it's like that's it.
What's it
You
saying,
know,
man? Either you ball or you rap, right? You know what I'm saying?
right?
It's
Yeah,
such
we
a small
we,
niche that's
we
full.
want to get rid of that. Yeah, we want to get rid of that. The goal is to get rid of that. So, in a nutshell, we do youth camps. We host regular community events, whether back to school drives, haircuts, food drives, coat drives. I mean, we do a
You're
lot.
doing a lot. You're doing a lot, and that's dope. I think just knowing that you're stepping out and doing what you're doing for the community and for young black boys and girls is dope. I do have a question for both of you brothers. I'm gonna ask you first, E-Lux, and then Cove. I'd like for you to answer as well. Can you share like a memorable experience that you had from your time in the army that helped shape the way you think and the way you approach things now in your day-to-day activity in your life? E-Lux, I like to hear what you have to share first.
Can't really say that it was the army that helped me shift my way of thinking. Remember, I went in there at a little older age, so I was already mature than half of the people that I was in basic and AIT with. Um, it's a mindset though. Everything is a mindset. So when people are talking to you or you're going through whatever you're going through, the restrain you have to train your mind to restrain. So I can't say it was a particular moment in the army that made me feel that way because in my travels in my lane in the army, it was a lot of people in there that just didn't have a lot of common sense. You know, I'm just
I'm with
being
you.
honest. A lot of things were
I
just
hate to, I
about
hate to agree
common
with you.
sense.
I hate to agree with you. Being in Air Force, you know what I'm saying? We tend to feel like armies kind of they kind of lacking in the sharpness. You know
I
what I mean?
mean,
Army,
hey,
I love you, but I know
you
some
you
army
can you
guys.
can say it all across the board, but I think it's the whole. I mean, it's everywhere. That's everywhere. A lot of people just lack common sense, but
The
having
general
common
ribbing.
sense it goes a long way.
Yeah, but the general ribbing is, army guys aren't exactly the sharpest knives that fell behind the refrigerator.
Well, I'm not one of those guys.
No, you're not. No, you're
I'm
not.
not one of those guys. I'm far from that.
There's the banter. There's
Mr.
the banter.
Cub,
There
can
you
you
go.
share a memorable experience from your time in the Air Force that shaped who you are now? Like gave you what put you in the space that you are now. Some moment that happened then that has you saying, "Damn, this kind of helped to where I am now, to me being the way that I am now."
Um, I don't know if I could pinpoint one thing in particular. Um, the military in itself it puts you in an environment with a bunch of strangers that you've never met in your life. And I don't know what your basic training experience was like, but mine was everything was teamwork.
Mm,
We don't get the mission accomplished without teamwork.
facts.
And that was beat in my head from day one. So every environment I walk in, everybody's valuable.
Mm,
Everybody. We're going to get it done. Everybody has a strength. Everybody has a weakness. But if you have a strength that can contribute to the team, well, that's what we're going to focus on. And if you're weak in one area, there's somebody else that's strong in that area, and we can let them focus on that part of the mission.
man.
So I would say if it did help me do anything, is bringing a team together and getting the mission accomplished. Yeah.
It's just funny that you say that, man. MI is gonna probably look at me like I'm crazy. Y'all might too, but where else teaches you teamwork and how to come together and make sure you handle business? Prison.
I can't disagree
You
with that.
you learn how to handle business in prison too. You find a squad and you both trying together. You ain't taking my cookies. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
cornbread. It's my cornbread, and I'm gonna protect it. You're not gonna take this from me. But no, I digress. I'm sorry, man. But just knowing these things, right? And also, I want to touch on something as well, Cov. You are a former hip hop artist, right?
I am.
From your music moniker, Cov. Transitioning from being a hip hop artist to a business leader, to me, right? To me, it's kind of a unique shift. Um, what was it, you know, from doing the music when you said, okay, I've done this, I'm happy with this, and I've done what I wanted to do, and I'm gonna shift over and be a private chef and a CEO. Like, how do you make that shift, and where does that come from? Like, how does that come from doing music, from being on the stage and rocking the crowd and going on tour overseas, which you did. This man went on a European tour.
Oh
How do you go from that and say, yo, I want to do this now? That's amazing to me.
Um, I ask myself that question a lot. I'll be honest. I ask myself that question a lot. What a lot of people don't know, something I don't speak about. So I don't speak about accolades. Like I said, I'm humble for the rumble.
Yeah.
I have a business degree in business administration. So, and I had that before music. Business was something I always wanted to do when I was younger. It was, I'm gonna be a businessman. That was a thing. And if you add that into hip hop, what I did before I even put out my first record was I started my own company. I got signed up for not TuneCore, but a PRO, ASCAP, uh, all the paperwork that you could think of. I did it before I even put out a song.
That's crazy. Not a lot of people even think to do that.
So I realized when I was going to take it serious, I was investing my own money into something. I got to get it back. Like if I told you I still get ASCAP checks to this day, you'd probably be surprised. And I haven't wrote a song in 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Uh,
That's dope.
so transitioning over to what I do now, it wasn't hard. I've always cooked. I just said I'm going to make money from it. It's just simple. Every skill set that I have that is strong, I find a way to make it a financial gain. That's it.
Speaking of, we E-Lux, man, we need to get Mr. Covington paired up with the owner of Chef and Pairings. I feel like Miss Nicole Archibald, you guys, because he's a chef and he's in the area. So I think this might be actually a good business venture you guys could join in.
Well, Janelle is the chef.
Right, but they could always use another chef. You could always use another chef, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, but you said Nicole. No, she's not the chef. She's the
No,
bartender.
I'm saying,
Janelle's the chef.
yeah, I know she's the bartender, correct, right? She's the no, the mixologist. Let me say that correctly. I don't
Yeah, the mixologist. Yeah.
Let me say that correctly before I get attacked. So, Cov, offline, we need to put you on because I think this would be a good, a good business venture for all parties included. I mean, I think that would be a really dope vibe. We can get everybody into. But for both of you gentlemen, what is a personal mantra that has kept both of you guys grounded and focused through your business careers, through your personal lives, and things like, because both of you have so much going on. What is your personal mantra that you say to yourself that keeps you locked in and focused and saying, okay, I still have a goal and I've not yet attained that. There's so much more that I can do. What's that mantra that keeps you just going? That philosophy that drives you on a day-to-day basis? Cov, that you first.
Excuses are nails used to build a house of failure.
Damn. Damn. Say that one more time, because I don't think. What?
Excuses are nails used to build a house of failure.
Wow. That. Wow. E-Lux, what do you have, man? Because, wow.
If you can't change the people around you, change the people around you.
Get these guys a round of applause for that, man. That was deep. That was look, let me tell you something. I'm gonna steal both of your mantras. I'm gonna start saying that to myself. Because that's so deep, because I think a lot of us tend to make so many excuses for why things aren't working. Instead of just saying, yo, it's my fault and own up to it, we just keep making excuses. And in the same, we keep people around us that have that same habit of making excuses. So we just adopt that attitude of those people around us. If you're around people that only make excuses, you're going to make excuses too. If you're around people that hold themselves accountable,
And that's why you have to change the people around you.
so
You
it's
gotta
fair.
they can still be your friends and everything, but you have to the hardest part is taking yourself out of the circle. Once you take yourself out the circle's always gonna be there. You just gotta take yourself out of it and just keep it moving.
That's
I,
deep.
I, I I have a lot of mantras. That's just one of them. But that's the one that I have to keep embedded in my brain. I could call my child right now, and if I ask her what are excuses, she'll tell you the same thing.
That's deep. That's deep.
Hey, Carter, you got one?
Look,
It's a way of taking accountability for whatever's happening in my life.
I don't think I have, I don't have a mantra as deep and as profound as both of these brothers. Mine was just, on a level of,
Man, hit you with deepness, bro.
nah. I mean, mine was kind of like on the level of, Debo from Friday, man. Quick being a sucker and come on. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that was really it. Like he just said, quick being a sucker, come on. Like that was it.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
You
That's
know what
hilarious.
I mean? That's it. Like I don't what you guys shared is really profound and is deep, because a lot of young black men and women, that tends to be the go-to, right? Is that we tend to go to an excuse, or we tend to keep these people around us that aren't going anywhere, and they don't want to see you go anywhere, so you're just stuck in a space
Well,
doing
people,
nothing.
no, nobody likes to be uncomfortable, right? So a lot of majority of individuals stick to an environment that they're comfortable in.
Familiarity. Yeah.
However, there's no growth in comfortability.
That's
There's
fair.
none. I'm going where I'm uncomfortable until I'm comfortable.
And then you got to go somewhere else and be uncomfortable.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
I love that. I'm
Yeah.
going where I'm comfortable. I'm going where I'm uncomfortable until I'm comfortable. Then I'm gonna go somewhere else to be uncomfortable
Basically, you just have to be able to adapt,
at
no
all
matter
times.
where you go. Just adapt.
Wow, man, that's
That's
I,
what
I
we do, though.
wow.
That's like our culture. That's how we built instinctual.
What you mean?
Adapt.
Sort of.
Like our whole
Sort of.
existence here right now has just been adapting to the
That's
changes of the
true.
world. Because fact of the matter is, we still here. We started this
Yeah,
and we
Yeah.
still here.
But
You
Yeah,
know what
I
I'm
but
saying?
some people can't adapt at all. Some
yeah.
people don't like change.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
You
don't,
know, being honest.
change, you die off. I mean,
so I don't want to look at it as adapting, and it's not to downplay what you said, Lux. I don't want to look at it as adapting because when I think about adapt, I think survival, right?
Mm.
When I hear adapt, I think survival. Um, when I say get comfortable, I want this to genuinely be me. If it's uncomfortable, I want to get to a point where it's comfortable and it's genuinely me in this space. I don't want to. I don't want to adapt because I just think I'm surviving, like to get by. Nah, I'm coming. I'm coming to own this space. I ain't coming to adapt. I'm coming to own it.
See, I was speaking more on the lines where you adapt and you do own that space.
Ah,
You know what I mean? Because when you adapt, you are comfortable in the space that you adapt into.
okay, okay, all right.
All depends on how you look at it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perspective.
perspective matters.
Yeah, it's all about
Perspective matters.
yeah. I mean, you can look at something from the top, it won't look the same from the left. You know what I mean? So yeah, okay. I mean, fellas, I appreciate the way you guys are putting these things together, and I have a question for all three of you because we are parents, right? And how has being a dad influenced your approach in your career and just how just in your career uh Carl, for you in your community leadership in your business, Lux for you is the same thing. How is being a father help like influence that approach? And the same thing for you, am I like how is that adapted? Lux, I'd like to hear what you would have to say first, sir.
oh, please, by all means.
I mean, how has it influenced the children?
How does it
Is that what
influence
you're
you?
asking?
Like, how does it influence your approach to everything you're doing? Like, from being a dad, like being a father. How does it influence your approach in other aspects of life by just being a dad?
I mean, everything is just me. You know me. I'm always strategic. So everything I do has to be strategic.
Mm,
Everything I do, it has to be a plan. You don't move without a plan. You
mm,
know what I mean? In teaching a child, whatever you're teaching that child, there needs to be a plan and an end game behind what you're trying to teach that child. So that transpires into work or whatever lane you want to be in. You need a plan in order to be able to move, and you need an end goal. You understand? And you need to know how you're going to get there. You got the plan? Okay, so what are the steps in the plan? You understand what I'm saying? So here's the steps. What deviates from those steps? Okay, well, that happened. So if this happens, I'm going to plan B. I'm going to plan C. But you still stay within the steps that you created within that plan until you get to that end goal. And that's just with everything being broad, just to answer the question.
okay, okay, all right. Cov, how is that you being a dad? Influence your approach to your business, your career, just your everyday life. How is that
Man, you
influence?
really got me getting deep in here today. Um,
I came prepared, man.
no, because before I even get into uh, how it affects it, I had to learn how to be a dad first.
Mm,
Um, I'm one of them. I'm like majority of the men in our community. I'm one of them
yeah,
that didn't have a dad. So
I grew up
I,
like that.
I didn't have mom or dad. You know what I'm saying? So I had to grow into a space of even understanding how I was supposed to navigate as a parent,
Yeah. Mm.
which wasn't easy. I'll be honest. For me, it wasn't easy. I thought it was until I realized it wasn't.
Yeah, that's real though. That's real.
I thought it was till I realized it wasn't.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Um,
Fact.
but that took understanding where I came from, how it affected me, and how I was able to deliver myself from it. Then once I delivered myself from it, then I could step out and do everything else. But I didn't realize that while I was trying to do everything else.
Right.
It wasn't until I had that reflection. It was like, oh, yeah, you're not going to be able to do this until you become this person.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
Yeah. So it really takes elevation. It does.
Yeah.
Uh,
Understanding
per-
who you are first.
Yeah, personal growth, elevation. Then, but once I got it, I already had the intangibles. I already had the attributes, but I didn't know how to navigate the attributes in the ways that they needed to go. So it just helped me, learn how to, it's being wise, logical, very logical, uh, and you have to be empathetic. Um, if you don't have, if you can't be empathetic to other people's situation, and intentional, how am I supposed to navigate all these young children that I'm trying to impact and influence in a positive way? So,
Woo! Cub
Yeah.
making a difference.
I'm telling you, this man out
not
here
to make a
Repping the
difference.
community.
Not-
one brick at a time, people. Laying the foundation, making it happen. All
I got
right.
a whole listen, man. I got a whole team, man.
World
I
one
got a
mind at
whole
a
team.
time.
That's it, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like like you said, you have a team, and you know you can't do it on your own. You need help, and I think that's another thing
Yeah.
we need to understand. Point blank, period. You need to teach young men and young women. You can't do it by yourself. You're gonna need help.
Mm-hmm.
Have a strong support. Have a strong
Mm-hmm.
team. You know what I mean? And you're gonna get further. You can't carry this whole bale by yourself, right? 20 something miles. But if you transfer the weight or you all adjust and carry the weight at the same time, you're gonna get a lot further. And that's
But
just
that's
what
the bottom line. You can't
that's
do anything in this world by yourself.
it's just
If
it
you
doesn't
think
exist.
you can do it by yourself, you are sadly mistaken.
Yeah, you're gonna learn the
I'm
hard
gonna
way.
tell you that right now.
You're gonna learn the hard way.
Are we
Yeah.
still talking about
I,
parenting
I,
right
I tell
now?
you what's
Because
I tell you what's
it
I
kind
tell
of
you what's
sound like it. I mean, talking
Say
like we
that.
can't
Say
do
that
shit.
again.
Are we still talking about parenting? I mean, you said we can't do
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
I,
no, yeah,
We
yeah,
are. We are. We
yeah.
are. You look.
And I
Name.
tell you what, and bro, this
Ask any parent
yeah.
how if
Man,
they parented by themselves
man,
Never,
shit. Let me
impossible.
tell you.
with no help from nobody else.
ever.
Go
And
ahead and ask anybody. I dare you, because the answer nobody did it by themselves.
No one. Whether it be your
Yeah.
neighbors, your auntie, your grandmama, your cousin, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, you
Terrence
don't
and them,
realize that
sister,
until
mama, cousin,
maturity
nephew,
hit.
and them,
Until
they
you get
all
that
help.
Yep.
humbling moment.
yeah.
Yeah, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like it's just what it is. Like, Emma, like, what was it for you? Like, how did being a parent
Man, I was waiting
influence
for you to get
your
to me. Damn. Man, that shit changed everything about it. Everything about me, bro. Listen. I, first off, first off, I no longer can think, feel, act, move, spin, love anything for myself, man. Everything is about family first, and it's like it's
yeah?
just fine. I get it. You rely on me. You can't do anything in the world, but at least give me some appreciation for that. Please, just say thank you for giving up everything I have, for just dedicate myself to being the individual that you need to become an actual decent human being in life. But nah, man,
Mm.
it's a thankless job. It's exhausting. I'm tired. It hurts, and you don't realize until because I think about me. I'm like, man, I ain't realized that shit until I was about 30. That these people are human. Like my mother and father, they're actually normal people. They actually have feelings.
You're
Like
not
they actually
superhero.
went through things. They had experiences,
Yeah,
and that's when you kind of have that moment when you're just like, all right, okay, maybe how I've maybe I'm fuck maybe I am who I am and the way I am, not necessarily because of them, but because of the
Are
way
we
I
30, we 30 minutes in. You can let it out.
yeah.
He was holding that in, right? He was holding it in.
you talk that shit
This is my
now.
therapy moment.
Look, y'all already
I
failed
be
60
feeling this
seconds in.
shit,
I
bro.
can tell you that right
Man,
now.
my wife. I don't know if y'all know this, but my wife is 9 months pregnant. Baby's actually due on Monday, and don't clap, don't clap.
Congratulations, brother.
I'm 42
Clapping.
years
Congratulations.
old,
I'm
man.
clapping.
Don't clap.
Look, you did it. You did it, not us.
Yo, let me tell you something, right? I told him straight up. I said, "You is a
Yeah,
selfish bastard."
yeah.
All right,
That's a
you gonna have a
that's a
child.
blessing though,
That was
man.
his
That's a
exact
blessing.
words.
3 years
He
old.
was like, "Man, you a
That's a
Well,
selfish
blessing.
bastard. I can't
You
believe
know,
you doing this shit again.
Yeah, that's what I told him.
Showing
everything
my weight
happens
off.
for a reason.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know,
I told him he's a selfish bastard, but I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, I
you know,
really, I
it's
appreciate it. I'm looking forward to this, man. But
yeah, that's gonna be dope. I mean,
he's changing me already. You know, so
yeah,
yeah, of
you
course,
getting
man. They change you, bro. They,
I
cause you,
think children change most men. I don't care if you have a boy or a girl. Children do
I'm
change
glad you
men.
specified that. Most
Boys,
men, cause there's
yeah,
a
but
lot of
I
dudes
say
that are
boys
popping
because
out
you have to
kids and
grow into that man.
they move on with the
Yeah,
rest of their life and shit. So you know, you can't
yeah,
yeah,
necessarily say that. You know,
absolutely,
they're
nah,
in the same
absolutely,
situation. But
absolutely.
most men, I'm glad you specified that.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, a child, you know, having a child, what it should do is humble you, redirect you, realign you, focus you, and give you a whole new me. Like, I joke around a lot. I remember, you know, people talk about that. Oh, you know, like when you held your child, did you automatically feel that love? I was like, honestly, no, I didn't. I held my daughter, and I was like, I'm responsible for you. I'm gonna ensure that I protect you and make everything as smooth and easy for your existence. But I didn't really love my child, right?
is that how you felt?
No, I had that automatic. I know I have to. But I'm saying I
Let me,
didn't really like. I tell her this shit all the time, right? I loved you around like 6 months. Like we got to know each other. We got cool. You know what I'm saying? Like you,
Jay,
alright?
when I held my child, you know what I felt?
What you felt?
Stress.
Stress.
I was stressed. I
Oh
was like,
Lord.
fuck, man. Like I was angry. I'm being honest. I was angry, you
Yeah.
know, I was stressed out, I was frustrated, and that's what I felt. I didn't feel the love until probably months in.
Yeah. I
You
didn't.
know what I mean? I didn't feel it at the beginning.
Absolutely. And I try to explain to people, women will love because they are carrying this life. So they feel this life grow. So that love is going to be innate because they have it. We're not walking around with this life inside of us. We're
They feel
walking,
the love, we feel pressure.
yeah, thank you. That's
That's
the
what
best
we
way to
feel.
put it.
We feel pressure
We
of
feel
what we're
pressure.
gonna do, how we're gonna
Yes.
do it. You know what I mean? It's all types of things going through your mind. You know, you want to let's say you grew up like Cov. You didn't have your mom, you didn't have your pops, but some people just had one parent, right?
Hmm.
You understand? So it's like, okay, well, what kind of parent am I gonna be? I don't want to be like my father. I don't want to be like my mother. You know what I mean? All of that's going through your mind.
Yeah. We look at the road in front, right? We look at the possibilities and we start overanalyzing and overthinking and like you said, we start stressing. When I held my daughter, I was like, I'm responsible for this little person now. Like I have to make sure this person is okay, and I can't fail at this shit. Because if I fail at this shit, then I'm wrong.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If I fail at this, then my life ceases to have meaning because now you are a part of me. You are an extension of who I am. So if I fail you, I'm failing myself. It's a painful thing to walk around with.
But I will say this: there's no rule book to learning how to be a
At
father
all.
or a parent.
At all. At
There's
all.
no rule book. So we make mistakes, just like mothers make mistakes. You know, we all make mistakes, and but we all try to do the best that we can. At
One
the end
day
of the well, not all of us. You
yeah, I
know,
was about
the
to say.
majority of us. There's a lot of us that just they deadbeats. They this, they that.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that stepped up and they was actually in their children's lives.
absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. I salute each and every one of you guys for being the fathers that you are because you have produced human beings and young adults that will, you know, bring another really good functioning young adults into the world. So kudos to y'all.
we hope.
All right.
That's a hope.
I'm yeah,
Yeah, I hope they function.
yeah, we hope. Yeah, we hope.
You know, look, kids gonna do what they do, man.
Exactly, man. Like he right,
Give
man.
them the tools.
You can give them the tools till you blue in
It
the
don't
face.
matter.
They don't take the tools and run with them.
That's right.
What you gonna do?
It
Nothing.
don't matter.
You are
You
Don't
give
right.
them
matter.
everything. You could give them the whole blueprint, and they still gonna do what they're going to do at the end of the day. And the only thing you can say as the parent is, "I did my job. I'm not embarrassed that you're failing at life." You understand what I'm saying? Because I did my job.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
nah.
gonna have to figure it out like we all figured it out when we were the same age.
Yeah, yeah,
Y'all ever wonder why the children don't want to listen to the parents? Like you're trying to stop them from making a mistake, and
Every
they just
time I
they
open
want
my
to go
mouth,
make the mistake anyway.
because we did
every
it
Well,
with
here,
time I
here's the
mention a
thing.
word,
we did it. did
Here's
that.
the thing. When we were their age, did you listen to your parents, your uncles, your aunts? Did you listen to anybody older than you that was in your family? Did you really listen to them and say, I'm gonna take Unks if like Unc know what he
Remember your
talking
names
about?
right now.
And the consequences
Yeah,
were
You did?
different. And I
I think
believe that you actually bring a very interesting point. Um, we grew up differently. We grew up in a household where our mother would whoop our ass if we got out of line. So
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
now I didn't hit my son, and as he got
You a
older,
punk. No.
as he got older,
I'm
I
playing.
kind of looked at myself like, what were you doing? Like really, like you gave him so many passes when if you were in that same situation, you got your head knocked off. But him, because I didn't establish. I don't think I established that early on. As he got older, he tested me every way he could to the point where he actually thought he could hang with me at the head. So finally,
Sons
I
will
had to,
do
you
that.
know, get show what's up. But I'm actually looking at this
You got
one.
to
I'm
give him
just
that
like,
old man
I don't know
strength.
if I'm gonna have the same. If I'm gonna have the
Well,
same,
it's funny you
same
said that
leash with this one.
because it's funny you said that. The same foundation that I was raised on, my mother beating my ass, father beating my ass. When I had kids, guess what I did? I beat that fucking ass. I'm beating your ass. You understand what I'm saying? Period. You're not gonna test me. You're not gonna question me. You're not doing that shit.
I got all
I'm just
girls.
being honest with you. You're not doing that shit.
I
So,
got all
so
girls. I got
Right.
all
that means
girls.
He
I got
said
all
that. I
girls.
thought he was gonna say,
yeah,
"I
I
didn't
can't.
do that."
I did it
You can
with the
still do it.
girls
I
too.
just don't
I
do
got
it
all
I
girls.
because
did it. I
that
did it
ass
with the
whooping on
girls
there
too.
gotta be.
Nobody get a pass. Don't fuck with me. I love whipping ass. I love whipping ass.
I couldn't do it to the girls,
My
man.
wife would tell you, I will whip that ass in a heartbeat. You don't want to do it, I'll do it. And I won't feel no remorse. You can hate me at the end of the
Oh
day,
man.
but when you in your 20s and your 30s, you'll be like, damn, I remember he gave me that ass beat, and that shit changed my fucking life.
That shit
In my
was
life.
crazy.
Goddamn right.
Oh
Make sure you
God.
give me a good
But
I
swing.
whip. You don't want to whip your kids? I whip your kids' ass. I whip their ass for you.
I'm gonna say
Tell
this.
them Uncle E did it. He gonna come and whoop
I'm
your ass. Yep.
gonna say
Yeah,
this right.
this was gonna have a completely different experience,
I
but
will
I ain't
definitely
playing
say
that
this.
shit this time around.
Y'all
American kids,
funny as shit.
no, American kids. Like
Dude.
when I came to this country, bro, and my first like few months in IS 252, Arthur S. Somers, Brooklyn, New York. All right, I'm seeing these kids in the class, and the teacher's like, "Guys, keep it down," and the kid goes, "Man, shut the fuck up." I was like, "Oh, he about to get his ass whooped." Oh, and nothing happened. I was confused. I was confused because back in Trinity, you get your ass whooped by the teachers, by the neighbors. You better watch your damn mouth. All right, you not gonna run your mouth to no
It's
adult thinking.
funny you said that. I had a friend, won't say his name. He was Puerto Rican. We grew up on the same block. And you don't really know when you're younger the dynamics of everybody's household.
Yeah,
Because when you're a kid, you kind of think the dynamics of everybody's household is like your own, like yours.
yeah.
So when I went to his house and he was talking to his mother, and his mother said something to him, and to his mother, he said, "Fuck you." I was like, "Oh shit." He said, "Fuck you" to his. That shit blew my mind. I've never seen that shit before in my life.
That
My
sounds.
mother would have killed me for that shit.
Let me tell you something.
But nothing happened to him, and that's how he spoke to his mother on a daily basis. And I was like, that's the craziest shit I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I, I,
That's not happening.
I'm not as emphatically enthused to whoop ass like you, Lux. I'm not like, ooh, I can't wait to whoop your ass. I ain't that
But your
excited.
experience is different
But
though. You have a girl. I
no,
mean, so
but I
I
have
probably
told.
viewed it differently if I had a
I do
female. But
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got
I'm
two
a girl
boys now.
too.
But no, I've definitely told my daughter straight up, like, I will take your head off of your fucking body. Be very careful how you, like, be real
You
careful.
know what it is about the ass whipping? The ass whipping is not about the ass whipping. It's about the lesson that you learn from this ass whipping.
Yeah,
That's what it's about.
yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? So it's not. I just want to beat your ass. I don't just want to beat your ass.
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I just want to teach you a goddamn lesson. So whatever you're doing, you will think twice about whatever it is that you're gonna do the next time you think about doing it. The thought is gonna run through your mind. Damn, if I fuck up, I'm gonna get this ass beaten. Do I really want to do this?
Yeah,
That's what an ass beating is
it's
about.
a learned behavior, right? Because
There you
it's
go.
a learned behavior, right? Because if you get an ass whooping for doing this negative thing, you're gonna always think about that ass whooping when that negative thing is about to occur, and it prevents you from doing that negative thing.
Yeah.
That's really what it's
There you
about,
go.
you know.
So
So
ass whippings taught you, well, taught me as a kid to learn how to make decisions where my friends wanted to go to the clubs at night and hang out late. I knew I couldn't hang out late. I had to go upstairs when the lights came on. And I knew if I made a decision to go to the club with them, I was going to get my ass beat. So right there, I made a decision. It was like, I'm not going. I got teased. I got laughed at. It didn't matter. I took my ass upstairs
on the
and
fight,
I heard whatever happened, whatever stories that happened in the club, I heard about them the next day.
I'm on the
What
fight.
did I really miss?
That's
Nothing.
you ain't miss nothing. You ain't miss
I
nothing.
didn't miss anything.
Speaking of, right? Speaking of, I love the fact that as far as we can sit down and have this conversation and be honest, right? Because I think
Pardon me, gentlemen. I had to go to the restroom.
you all right, man.
It's
You
all
all
right. It's all right. You good? You
So
breathe
look,
it.
I'm under the weather. I don't know if y'all can tell in my voice, but I'm under the
nah,
weather.
yeah, you can tell, man. I hope you
And I
feeling
got
good.
all these fluids going through me, and it was like, shit.
Yeah, look,
Oh, you good, brother. You good.
I think,
Appreciate you being here, bro.
yeah, we appreciate you being here, man. Like, my thing is this, right? As as a father, because now, like, we're into a whole different space of this conversation, right? We're in a whole different space of this conversation. We talked about, I didn't hear you speak, Cov, when
About
when we were talking about the first time holding your child. What were your feelings, sir? I like how you try to not get into it, but I want to hear it.
no, I didn't try. I didn't. My fault. My fault. No, I didn't try to not get
Go ahead.
into it.
When you held your
I,
child,
so I had a. You'll find this weird. I might find this weird. You might not. My feeling wasn't. I didn't have any type of feeling. It was more so. I'm about to give you the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it was.
yeah,
That was it. Like, I didn't. I mean, I knew I had a responsibility, and that light switch went off. Boop. You got to be on top of your game. I mean, that was it.
yeah. See, and that's usually, I mean, for most of us, that's what it is, right? I think, unfortunately, a lot, not all, but a lot of women have this hallmark idea of how we're supposed to react, right? Like, they have this hallmark, you know, Disney film type reaction that a father should have. Well, we're pregnant. And we're supposed to go, yes, and run around and just like,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's not reality.
it's not
yeah,
reality.
that's not reality.
That's not reality.
That's
When
what
when
causes
my when my daughter mother told me that she's pregnant,
Yo.
I told her, I'll be honest with you.
Oh
I'm not ready to have a child yet. That's what I told her. Now, being at the age I am right now,
yeah,
that was probably the worst thing I could have ever said to her.
yeah, that was fucked up. That was
You
fucked up.
understand what I'm saying?
That was fucked up.
But I I was not ready for a child yet. And I didn't think that she was either. And I took it further. I didn't think she was financially or I was financially ready to support one.
And that's the
So
conversation,
I was looking at it from a whole different perspective.
right? And that's the conversation that
Logic.
should be had, right?
Right.
Right.
Those are the conversations that get missed.
Yeah, yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
And I was at that young age, I was that young. That's exactly how I was thinking, but she was not thinking like that. So what did she do? She got defensive and all hell broke loose and you know the rest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Child support court, this, that, third, blah, 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 can't see your daughter, all of that.
Me,
That's all of that shit that came behind it.
for me, I was married. So when my wife tells me, yo, I'm pregnant, I'm like,
Oh, I ain't. That's a different one.
yeah,
That's a
like,
different feeling right there.
yeah,
When
yeah.
you
I
got
was
told,
like
that's a
I
different feeling.
stopped and I was just thinking, okay, I'm gonna be responsible for another life. I'm gonna have to make sure that this child is taken care of. I gotta stop fucking this other chick I'm fucking, cause like like I gotta
Hmm.
like just being honest, right? Like
Yeah.
like you gotta be honest with yourself. Like I had to really say, okay, this is real, and I have to start focusing on this child that's gonna be coming into the world. And it's all about understanding. You have to be honest with yourself first and foremost. Like you were Lux, you was like, yo, I'm not ready to be a father. Like you were honest. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we get penalized for that. Like, Mike, how did you feel when the mom was like, "Yo, I'm pregnant"? Like, what was your that first initial what went through your brain?
Yeah. How I just found out. How I just found out that my wife is pregnant. We had she actually hired a singer to write a song about how we met and announce that she's pregnant in the song. So she recorded me. It was a late night, bro. Like I don't even want to talk about what I
That
was
is
doing beforehand, but
Man,
that
late
is
night
so
she ended up
fucking
playing in the car
romantic.
ride home, record the whole event. I had this deadpan face. I'm just like, I don't know what reaction you want from me right now. Like I'm tired as hell. You just
Wow.
told me some life altering shit right now, and you like, what do you
Yeah.
want me to do? But yeah, man. Her reaction, what she expected from me, completely different than
Yeah.
than what I actually did. So nah, yeah, it's it's kids change you, bro.
Cuz, what was your yo, I'm pregnant. What was the thing like? How
yo, let me tell you something, son. I already knew she was pregnant.
Oh, you already knew.
I knew the night she got
Hey,
pregnant.
You were shooting the club up. You knew what you was doing.
I knew what I shouldn't have did, right?
You ran in the bank with no
Okay.
mask on. You
Okay.
said, "Fuck
Hey, you knew what he shouldn't have done.
Then
That's a good one.
off camera, I'll tell you the whole story.
copy."
But I was there mentally, you know what I'm saying? I was there mentally, and I knew what I shouldn't have did.
Yeah.
In
Yo,
the
Yeah.
moment, you better not do it. Oh, fuck it. It was one of those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Wow.
take the time out
Wow.
to say, I'm gonna take the time out to say, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and Banter and Bullshit.
like,
Tell
share,
your friends.
subscribe.
All right, please make sure you like, share, subscribe. This is the type of shit that you hear. All right, this is right here.
You know what? That's
Like,
that's so real because you're talking about the reaction. Everybody has a
different.
different reaction as a man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And everybody's reaction may not be the right reaction, but that's a real reaction. Like, how you gonna penalize a man for his reaction? Like,
being
give
honest.
me a minute. You know what I mean?
For
Let me
being
Yeah.
settle
honest.
down. Let me meditate on this for a minute.
Like I said, they want you, they expect you to have that Hallmark moment, that Hallmark movie reaction. You know what I'm saying? Where, you open the window and you scream out the window, "We're pregnant! Yay!" And,
Well, that doesn't happen because as young boys, we don't play with dolls
you know what I'm
and
saying?
babies like girls do. We don't do that shit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they prepare girls to be
That's
mothers.
the difference right there.
Yeah, they prepare girls to be mothers real early, strange enough. As you put, yeah, I didn't even stop to think about it in that context. That's deep. They prepare
Yeah,
little girls to be mothers.
That's another conversation.
I don't
there
even
you
want to
go.
go there. But
That's
yeah,
another
you're
conversation.
absolutely right. I didn't
Hmm
even stop to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's been around since what the making of doll babies.
Yeah, like the
Since the
early.
first inception of making a doll baby. Let's make a doll baby and boom, we're gonna market it to the market. I'm not gonna tell you what market they market it to,
That's
okay? And everybody start having babies.
that's insane. They were teaching little girls to be mothers, to be subordinates right out the gate.
No difference than them making candy cigarettes.
It's another conversation.
Yeah, that's another
See what I'm saying?
It's another.
Same thing. Candy chewing tobacco bubble gum.
that's another
Same
conversation.
shit.
Look, I'm gonna ask this question. Then we're gonna move on to questions for Carter, because this is a segment of the show that's fucking hilarious. But I just want to ask you, Cub,
Question, Carter?
what's next for you?
Fantastic.
Like, what's next for you? Like, are there any new ventures, any new projects you plan on getting into that you're excited to share? Perhaps what's next for John Covington?
Right now, I'm currently building JC Prime. So after JC Prime, uh, I don't know. I might relax. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I mean, my hands are full.
You gonna be like
I'm just,
Thanos? Like
I'm juggling. No, I'm really juggling a lot right now. So yeah, I'm juggling. Like you got to know your limit. I'm
that's
juggling a lot. Yeah, because I still work a 9 to 5 too.
oh man, I say you wear a lot of hats, man. A lot
Yeah.
of hats. Lux, Lux,
Yeah.
what do you have? Anything, any projects, anything going? Oh, what you got? What you got? You got something?
Okay.
Yeah, what you got?
I'm
Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations. Yeah,
There you go.
Right here.
Open their
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah, I'm gonna like, I'm gonna just blur it. I'm gonna just blur that out. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna go through it and blur it. I got to catch it. I
That's
blur it
what's
out.
up.
Yeah.
But
So
nah, Lux, what you got going on that you like to share, man? Any projects, anything new coming through with you on your side?
Um, yeah. Put out this album, Phases of Reality, featuring you.
Out, yeah,
Actually, it's your album. It's not mine.
yeah.
But that's coming out maybe
the boom shop.
January,
Look at his
Oh,
face.
You making the boom?
February. You know what I mean?
wow.
I'm gonna put that out called
Making the
Phases of
boom?
Oh, that's
Reality,
breaking news right there.
featuring Carter Young. Well, actually, it's featuring E-Lux. It's Carter Young featuring E-Lux. The
Yo,
album is called Phases of Reality.
I got
Really?
Yeah.
And
Breaking
right
news,
behind
breaking
that,
news. Wow.
right behind that, it's another album, 92nd Infantry, that I'm gonna put out probably later on summertime 2025.
so,
And other than that, still on my government stuff. You know what I mean? That's the personal side. That's the other side. That's my wearing of the hats.
yeah, I mean, E-Lux, man, you can find that man on all platforms, man. Doesn't matter what platform you go on, you just type in E-Lux and
Oh,
you
I'm gonna get Cove on this album. I'm gonna get Cove. You coming?
yeah,
Yep, yep,
he
yep,
think
yep,
he's
yep.
retired. He thinks he's retired, but
Hey,
he's not.
it's
Right.
okay.
I'm
He's not.
I know
retired.
you're not. You got 16. You got
He's
16.
not retired.
You know how long it'll take me to write a 16 now?
It's okay. I got time.
Cap. That's cap.
I got time. I don't care if it's one song. I don't care. I got time.
I
And
mean,
when by the time you do it, I'll be like, that's perfect. We'll be working on whatever we're working on, and
Yeah,
it'll fit right into the format.
we used to write 16s in like 10 minutes,
yeah,
yo.
you cap it, bro. It
There you go.
don't take long, man. You got time.
I can't listen. I don't even know what I would say if I put a pen to the pad right now.
I,
You would talk about a nonprofit organization,
Yeah, talk
things
about
that
some
you're
other
doing for the
shit.
community,
big
because
business,
Nah, for real.
that would be the topic of the song.
big business.
Something positive. It ain't everything ain't street all the you know what I mean? We grown men. We ain't always gotta talk about the streets. We can
Yo,
go to different levels all the time.
I'm gonna tell you I'm glad you said that. All my music was positive.
Yeah, it really was.
There you
All
go.
of it. It just delivered a certain type of way, but it was all inspirational music.
There you go.
That's the
I
best
tell
way.
you this,
There you
man.
go.
If you actually sit like if you sit down there, like my man, I know I saw my man from Brooklyn. We was chilling one day, and he was, I don't know what he was listening to. He was like, "Yo, this is so hard, yo," and I'm like, "No, it's not." like, but he thinking it hard and different. I'm like, "What do you hear what I'm saying?"
Yeah, yo,
He was listening to the beat. He wasn't listening to the words.
I
Mm-hmm.
tell you this.
That's what it is.
I
A
tell you
lot
this.
of people hear that beat, but they don't understand what the MC is actually saying. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And
because all my music was
that's a big thing in music. You know how it goes.
yeah, because
You know, people.
all my music was transparent and inspirational. Like nothing about it was negative. Like you ain't never hear me shoot, kill
Timeless
nobody.
classic.
Never called a woman a B word. Never,
Timeless
you know what I'm
classic.
saying? Like
Timeless classic. If you guys are looking for good music and seriously dope music, making music, living life, you look at that on any music platform. Making music, living life. KOVE. I'm telling you, dope music, great project, timeless to this day. I still bump that joint to this day. All right, just want to let it be known. Making
and
music, living life.
I ain't gonna lie, I made a classic. I did.
Yeah, see, there you go. Humble to the rumble, my ass. All right, humble to
That's
the
what's
rumble,
up.
my ass.
Yo, the album was so classic. Yo, my videographer was like, I don't know if you gonna top this one.
Okay.
That's dope. But that's
Yeah,
what's
it
up.
was a good. I mean, depending on who your ears are, music is subjective to whoever's listening to it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but if you have the ear, you'll enjoy
I
it.
tell you, Lux, I like all of his projects, but two of my favorite projects from E-Lux, Seneca Village, such a good project.
Why you ain't never sent me none of Lux music? Now I gotta go find them.
Go find it. All right, Seneca Village, first base, bro.
How you spell it?
First base was
How you spell it?
E-Lux, E-Lux. Dope project, like dope to me. Seneca Village and First Base, like my two favorite, like up here. You know what I'm saying? That's my up here albums, bro. Like I love it, man. I definitely love it.
I couldn't even hear what you were saying. Somebody was calling me on the phone right at that point. All I heard was Pinnacle
Oh
Village.
damn, that
I
man was
didn't
getting
even
his
hear it.
flowers.
Right at that time, somebody was
Getting his
calling me. I'm like,
flowers.
you
They
gonna
just
call
took
me
his
right
flowers
now?
from him.
Hey,
I saved
well,
one more
thank
goddamn
Well, go
Two
ahead
of
then.
my favorite projects from you. Two of my favorite joints. Seneca Village and First Base.
There we
Yup.
go.
Yup.
Yep.
Yup.
Yep.
That's just a thing, man. But listen, man. Uh, Mikey, can I get a run in for my quizzes recorded, man? So we could close this thing out and do something special.
Absolutely, bro.
So we do a special. Love it, man.
Oh, there's a segment. Oh shit.
All right, man. It's that fun time music shit. Questions for motherfucking Carter. It is that time where you, as a subscriber, gets to shoot an email, DM, however you reach me about your questions to me. For some strange reason, you care what I think or what I can give you advice on. I don't know if you're smart or if you're just crazy to ask any advice from my ass, but I appreciate you. All right. The first question comes from Silly Bev. Oh man, this is kind of a serious question. Shit, Silly Bev. What is hip hop to you? Is it a color thing? I'm gonna go by maybe she's asking is it like a race thing? Like maybe you have to be like stamped in black to be like hip hop. Um, no. To me, hip hop is expression. Hip hop is a way of life. Hip hop is breathing to me. Hip hop is just is everything that I do. I live, I eat, I breathe, I shit. I am hip hop. I love hip hop. It's not a color thing. You can be Asian, you can be whatever it is you want. If you have the love for the culture, you understand the culture, you respect the culture, you know the history of this thing that we call hip hop, and you genuinely have an admiration for it, it's all good, and I don't mind. So, Silly Bev, that is your answer. I appreciate your question. Please, if you haven't, like, share, subscribe. And if you already have, thank you. And still share. Because we appreciate you over here at Banter and Bullshit. All right?
Yes, we do.
The next question. Oh, man, I like this. I like this name right out the gate. Bando Rondo. Uh, first off, shout out Bando Rondo.
That's like
Wow.
that rapper that got killed.
Wow.
Isn't a rapper that got
Quando
killed like
Rondo?
that?
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's what he was going for.
Okay.
Quando Rondo. All right,
Yeah,
listen,
Quando
Bando,
Rondo. Yeah.
yeah, Bando Rondo. Grr, grr, pow.
My man said Bando.
Bando Rondo
Boy, it's a
said,
lot of red bomb, whatever. Go
yeah,
ahead, you
bang,
go.
bang.
My fault. Go ahead.
And now you could. Bando Rondo said, you said Drake didn't really get rid of Pusha T.
Wait,
Will?
repeat that again. I didn't hear that.
He said, he's saying that I said that Drake didn't really get rid of Pusha T. This was from last week's episode, apparently. Thank you for watching, sir. Will he get rid of Kendrick?
No, come on, man. Stop. It's already
Maybe.
over. Next question.
Yeah.
Ah.
Next,
Do you
next,
want to
next,
answer this?
next, next,
Yeah,
next,
it's all
next.
like, bro, Drake lost. He lost
Yeah.
once. Ah.
Listen.
Y'all gotta let it go. It's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
It is over. Yo, let me tell you something. Yo, first of all, shout out to Drake, shout out to Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to both of them. Dog, they said this dude bought all the front row seats to Kendrick's show in Toronto. And now Kendrick throwing a free show. Everybody come in free. You still got to get the money to Kendrick, you idiot.
Yeah.
You idiot.
He
That's
tried to
what you
pull a 50 Cent what 50
yeah.
Cent
I
did to
never
Ja
get.
Rule. That's what he did.
But here's the thing. But let me, so, like,
I
this is
never
what I
get.
mean
I
about,
don't
like,
get that shit. Oh yeah.
no,
I get paid. I'm good.
but fair, even when 50 did it, but like, that's not something that's smart to me.
Exactly.
Like
Well,
I understand it's an ego thing. I understand it's an ego thing, but see, that's the thing about being able to. You got to be quick on your toes. Like Ja Rule should be quick on his toes. See, Kendrick was quick on his toes.
yeah,
He bought the tickets so that Kendrick couldn't have nobody front row. Now it's a free
right.
concert.
So it looked like nobody showed up.
Yeah,
That's what 50 did to Ja. So it looked like nobody showed up to your concert. But once something is done once, you can't kind of duplicate it again. You understand what I'm saying? It's already been done. Try something else.
Yeah.
I mean, Drake. I mean, yeah.
Well, Bando
Look,
Rondo.
it was a good battle. It was a good battle. We got some good songs.
Yeah.
But
Well,
bro,
Bando
ain't no
Rondo.
ending Kendrick. But you can't end. First of all, who Bando Rondo?
Bando Rondo.
You sound like you about 16. All right, check it out. We just had a moment about the culture like 3 minutes ago. The person that's not from the culture can't beat the person that's from the culture. You can't. There's a relatability.
Last week, Dennis.
Listen, Drake has got 100 writers, put out great music. They do a lot for music.
Yeah.
Hip hop is a culture. You can't beat the culture if you're not from it. The only way Kendrick got to lose to somebody in the culture. Kendrick will never lose to somebody that's not from the culture.
Correct. Correct.
How you gonna lose to a tourist?
Hey, let's just end it on that note because that was it right there. That's it. Ain't nothing else to say.
Rondo, man, I appreciate your questions. Thank you.
Rondo.
Subscribe. I am not mad at you, man. You are entitled to your opinion, man. We appreciate you. But that's been just make sure.
But they're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. They're like, what do you mean Drake not from the culture?
Hey, look.
I don't expect them to understand. I don't expect them to understand.
Y'all can't say no hateful comments to John Covington because he is not on.
They don't gotta understand. If they want to understand, all they gotta do is listen to the video that Mos Def did, and it'll explain why he's not from the culture.
Yeah.
He already said it. I mean, it's been said and done already.
Yeah, but
You know what?
but they make phenomenal music. Like he make good music. Like the music they all get together and make, it's fun music.
All day.
But when we talk about the culture, we talking about the culture.
I said this last week, Mikey. Didn't I say this last week? I said it. The guy, to me, he's culturally adjacent. You know what I'm saying? He's not of the culture.
How can I say this? Bando Rondo. How can I say this? Your body, it has a heartbeat, right? That's Kendrick to the culture.
Whew.
That's not Drake.
Damn. Look, man.
Sorry.
You got a drink. You got a glass. I just want look. I'm not even.
High quality, baby. High quality.
I want you two brothers to say it one more time. E-Lux, what was that mantra again? If you do what? If you change the
If
what?
you can't change the people around you, change the people around you.
Cov, what was yours?
Excuses are nails used to build a house of failure.
And on that, salute. That's your quotes right there, because that was just, man, look.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I want to say thank you. Thank you to E-Lux for showing up and giving us your time. Thank you to John Covington for showing up and giving your time. I wish you brothers nothing but success. Thank you once again for just showing up for the show, for giving us your opinion. We're going to put all the information if you want to get involved with what John Covington is doing. We're going to put information up as well so you can listen to E-Lux's music and really listen to some real hip-hop shit, all right? You know what I'm saying? Also, just support.
Oh yeah, I'm about to lock in a minute.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Support each other. That's the main thing. We can't do anything on our own. We are stronger together. Let's build with each other, all right? And on that note, I am Trinidad and Tobago's son, New York City's nephew, Carter Y-O-U-N-G.
And I am M.I.Key. Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in for another
great
episode
episode
of
of
Thanks for having me, man.
Love y'all.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
so.
Y'all be good.